I saw my dead husband on the surveillance camera. I ran to my daughter and asked if he had come home. She shook her head and said no. I sprinted to our bedroom and flung open his closet. The exact shirt he wore in the video was missing. Just then, the nanny walked through the front door. I grabbed her arm and demanded an explanation for the footage. She played dumb at first, but I refused to release my grip. Her demeanor shifted as if she were finally ready to confess. She simply asked for a glass of water first. The moment I turned my back to fetch it, she attacked. She blasted pepper spray directly into my eyes and bolted out the door. I frantically flushed my eyes with water. Then I immediately contacted the detective assigned to my husband's case. When I tried to play the video for him, I realized the memory card had been stolen. I began to question if my husband had actually survived. It seemed obvious that the nanny was hiding the truth. The detective, however, dismissed my entire story. A few months prior, my sister had been fatally shot by an unknown attacker. The detective shifted the focus and asked me to recount the night of my husband's murder. Two men dressed in black had ambushed us on motorcycles. They initially tried to snatch my purse. Then they pulled a weapon and demanded my husband's wallet. I clearly recognized the gun as a 9mm Glock 17. Because of my past as a pilot, identifying weapons is second nature to me. The detective suddenly asked to inspect my personal firearms. He looked through my collection and singled out my Glock, stating he needed to take it in for testing.
What, you think I killed my husband?
No, Maya. You buried him. I was there. So he wasn't on the nanny cam.
I immediately called my mother-in-law. I asked her if she was absolutely certain about identifying the body. She was the only family member who had actually viewed his remains. Hearing the suspicion in my voice made her incredibly defensive. She insisted that the body was unmistakably her son. I decided to track down the nanny myself. Shortly after hitting the road, I noticed a red car tailing me. The mysterious vehicle finally peeled off at the next intersection. I arrived at the nanny's residence and pounded on the front door. Through the window, I spotted a figure standing motionless on the staircase. The following day, I asked an old friend to run the plates on that red car. My mother-in-law then called me in a rage. She was furious that I had gotten physical with the nanny. She revealed that the nanny was currently at her estate. I ordered her to keep the woman there until I arrived. I sped over to the house, only to see the nanny driving away just as I pulled up. I whipped my car around and slammed on the accelerator. She drove recklessly to escape my pursuit. I tailed her vehicle all the way to an isolated farm. A strange man stepped out to block my path. I relied on my training and took him down instantly. By the time I recovered, the nanny had vanished. I drove back to my mother-in-law's estate. My mother-in-law was sitting there looking completely cold and detached.